So, good morning, everybody. I'm delighted to be here again today. And this morning, I'm speaking with a very nice colleague of mine, Ramona Livera, who's joining us live from Cyprus, sunny Cyprus in the Mediterranean. So, good morning, Ramona.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, James. It's lovely to hear you and to be able to communicate with you and to learn all your latest news. This is a great opportunity for our firm to have the chance to pass over our experience and views on how law firms in Cyprus operate and something about our practice in
Wonderful.
Cyprus.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Ramona, most of our viewers are lawyers and partners from different practices, but not all of them are present in Europe. So perhaps as an introduction, you could tell us a little bit about yourself and the practice on Cyprus, maybe a brief background, please.
Yes, regarding our firm, our law firm is not a conventional law firm like we know it, a classical law firm. It's a law firm that does not remain complacent with matters in the legal profession, but it strives to improve and grow and develop. It shows great interest in technology and invests a lot of money and time to embrace technology in its field of practice. And we also have a certain culture and values that we like to maintain in the law firm, in our law firm. We encourage our young associates to show initiative and to come with innovative ideas, which are embraced very often by the management and are implemented. The fact that we are also having this interview is an indication of how much importance our law firms places on business development. Having this interview with Nixedonia, the courses that you provided us were very helpful and useful, and it sort of shook us up to alert us to what can be done further or on our existing resources, what can be done to further improve business development in our firm. We have done this in actual practice, and it has provided us with positive results. And on my behalf, I do encourage our associates to pursue this road because competition is very strong, and things are not the same way that they used to be some years ago in the profession.
And Neocleous Co, it's quite an established firm, isn't it? So it's been around for a while.
Yes, it has been for quite a while, and it emphasizes a lot on matters that concern technology. It has produced a legal machine called the New Law AI, which can assist our colleagues in the legal profession with legal questions and corporate matters, something that has not been done by other law firms in Cyprus. Our firm also shows a lot of interest in the quality of work. So we have the ISO certificate, and it's an audit process that assesses the quality of our work. And also we have the ISO certificate for health and safety, another important matter for the safety and health of the employees of the law firm. Also, our firm is interested in exploring new venues by organizing fairs and exhibitions like the Reflect Technology Fair that is done every year and attracts many clients from abroad and locally. And it generates work for not just for our law firm, but for other law firms who participate in this exhibition. Also, our law firm participates in many other conferences that concern the Legal 500, for instance, that are done abroad, not just in Cyprus. And we also have, as a matter of practice, every week a corporate meeting whereby there is an open discussion between the colleagues on the new developments, either in economy, politics, the new challenges that might affect our profession. Mm-hmm. And this gives an opportunity to even younger associates to provide their opinion and ideas on how to confront new challenges and how to deal with them.
And I think it's really interesting that one of the strengths is definitely the practices experience in the tech sector, the technology companies, and that you yourselves actually created your own AI instruments that you're using. Could you tell us a little bit more about the AI?
Yes, it's a legal machine that provides solutions to legal questions that our colleagues may have in the profession, and provides templates of corporate matters, IP matters, and in other fields that will assist with speed colleagues who are interested to not to spend a lot of time on administrative work, but will have ready-made templates that will assist them to promote further their work. And also it provides the legal case law that is useful for litigants to promote and their cases in court. And it's a continuous work because it has to be updated continuously. So it's an ongoing project. Mm-hmm. It's not something that will stop. We have also done. We have also prepared an extempore writing a book that is useful for courts. It provides the background of useful case law in all fields, areas of law, and it has been recognized as a very useful tool by senior lawyers and judges, even the Attorney General in Cyprus.
And this is just limited. Sorry, it's limited only to Cypriot law?
Yes, it's limited to Cypriot law. The first edition was published this year, but we are hopeful that it will have a follow-up, and next editions will come up as well, because it's also an ongoing work. It has taken a lot of work and hard efforts from a lot of lawyers to conclude this project, and it had a favorable response from colleagues who are interested to use this book. It is very useful for the court when you want to find something very quickly. You don't need to waste hours seeking through other engines, but it's there and it can be a very useful tool.
So I'm guessing that this gives a nice competitive advantage, that you have this integrated AI knowledge management kind of system, which would give time savings and convenience for the lawyers, yes?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And it's a very useful tool, and it's highly recommended for use because it, as you say, it provides something in speedily and with very much precision, because it was organized in such a way so that a lawyer can just point out keywords, and case law will come up through the legal engine that will assist them in their case, in the furtherance of their cases.
Wonderful. So this isn't even theoretical. This is already something which you guys are involved in, and you have it up and running from this year. So I think this kind of change, these efficiencies will only grow as you move forward.
Yes, it is very useful, and as I said, our law firm is one that does not remain complacent with what it has. It keeps on with new ideas and how to improve the legal profession, how to make things easier for the community, the legal community. And I think this is what sets us apart from other law firms in Cyprus. It's not just the culture and the values, it's that we spend a lot of time and money in this kind of tools that are very useful for the community, the legal community. I think also this is why, yes, I think this is also why we are we attract a lot of clients, because we are not just, as I said, a conventional law firm. We strive for something different always, to be one step ahead.
In terms of the proactive business development, as we know, and as you remember from the different training sessions that we had, there are many different activities that lawyers and partners can do to promote their practice, to get new clients, to develop the relations with existing clients. Maybe, Ramona, you could share a little bit of your own practical experience. What have you found works well in business development, and perhaps what was a little bit more challenging or less effective?
Yes, well, having done together those sessions, we picked up on some of the suggestions, and we implemented them by reaching out to clients that were dormant for some years, and by reaching out to them and inquiring how they are getting on, how to express our willingness to offer our services if they need anything else. And we did have some cases where former clients came back to us with new work on the basis of this approach. So our advice for colleagues in the legal community is to reach out to former clients that with whom you have not had contact for some time. They will appreciate this approach, and it does work out. It does bring in new work. So you don't need to wait for new work to come. You can generate new work from existing clients.
Yeah, and again, this is such a relatively simple thing to do. You know, the law firms, they should make a list of the current clients, the dormant clients, the ex-clients, and then we can basically recontact them. And I think, of course, Ramona, when you have some new news or some interesting developments, some legal products or solutions to offer, the chances of the conversion are significantly higher. So again, it's not rocket science. A lot of law firms could do this kind of project, and it does generate quite nice amount of work, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I think it's true. You don't need to spend a lot of time or money on it, actually. It's there and you can exploit it for your own interest. And this is something that lawyers should keep up. Be in touch with your clients, even if if it has nothing to do with actual work. It's a good thing to keep in touch with them, to be friends with them, go out with them,
Yes.
either for dinner or tea. These are the tips that we were provided by Nixedonia during the courses that we had, and I think it does work out. I think also when this is what you said before, that if you come across something that might interest a client, give him a call or write to him and say, look, this has come up. It's something that you might have an interest in it. And I think it's very highly appreciated by a client, not just to remember them when you actually have a business cooperation with them.
Absolutely, absolutely. The clients appreciate that we think of them, that we take the initiative. And it's not just about selling things or making money. It's about really taking care of the client, having their interest at heart, and keeping an eye out on things that might be useful for them. Definitely.
Yes, it's true. Yes, and it doesn't, as I say, it doesn't take a lot of your time, or it's something you can do. Just devote 1 or 2 hours a week to do it, and it pays out. It does.
And I like it very
So
much that you mentioned lunch. Again, I've written a book about this called Tea Marketing. So tea for two, to take a client or an ex-client out for tea. It's probably one of the simplest and most effective activities you can do in business development. But I'll tell you a secret, Ramona. A lot of partners, a lot of lawyers are not doing this.
yes, it's a shame, because a lot of things can come out of that. You might even meet new people, new opportunities can develop out of such meetings, and it doesn't take a lot of your time. And you would find some interesting things that can connect with other clients that you might have in your portfolio, that in this way you can, as we said, through our sessions, can match interests. And I think this encourages clients to come back to you in the long run. Yes.
I would agree. Okay, so I'm just conscious of the time. I mustn't take up too much of your time, Ramona. Maybe as we begin to wrap up this short interview, do you have any thoughts or ideas or recommendations for our viewers in terms of potential collaboration with Neocleous Co on Cyprus?
I would say that collaboration with our firm can be done on projects like the Reflect Expo that we done for technology. If they are interested to join and see how getting together with other even not lawyers, business people or people that are in technology business, they can attract also work for them. I think that this is also challenging. Our firm also is organizer also of the Economic Forum in Cyprus, which is held in Limassol, and it's an event that attracts a lot of business people. And this is somewhere that our colleagues could participate and benefit out of such an event.
And maybe, Ramona, when are the next two events? When is the next Reflect Expo and this Economic Forum going to be?
Usually these are done in autumn, after the summer vacations, when everybody is coming back to their businesses and they want to start afresh. So usually Reflect is in either September or October, depending on the organizers, how they deem it more appropriate. The economic forum as well is done, I think, in autumn. And we do have also people from economists, foreigners coming from abroad, and other business people. So it's a big event, and it's worthwhile joining. I think the benefits are great.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And I think if any of our viewers are interested, certainly drop me an email, or I'll include also Ramona, I'll include your contacts. And again, I think the
Yes.
Reflect event, this is especially interesting for the lawyers in the tech sector. There's a lot of opportunity
Yes.
there.
Yes, that's correct. It is a very interesting event. And every year there's something different. It doesn't stay the same. I mean, there's always something new. As technology progresses, there's always something new to add to it. So it's a worthwhile event.
And I think it's so interesting that previously, before the pandemic, I remember I was at some different events and we were talking about legal tech and legal technology transformation. And this was something that we were expecting happening and having impact in the years ahead. Now in 2023, with the AI, and for example, your company, how you've created the AI instrument, these kind of impacts are going to happen within months, not years even. So the tech sector, the AI, I think it's a very, very dynamic area with some strong impact for legal profession.
Yes, our advice are for our colleagues to involve themselves more in technology. It will save a lot of administrative work, time and money. And there are always new challenges that have to be dealt with. And I think through technology, it's a winner. I mean, it's something that will provide results, favorable results.
Wonderful. And I think
yes.
for our viewers, if you have some thoughts or questions about the AI, about the legal tech, then definitely feel free to contact me, to contact Ramona. She's very passionate about this. And the nice thing is we can actually see it works. You know, it does bring the results, the benefits. Okay, so I think at that point then, Ramona, we have to be careful with the time. Thank you so much for speaking with me today. It was very, very interesting indeed.
Thank you very much, James, for giving me the opportunity to address these matters with you. It has been a pleasure.
Wonderful. And I look forward to seeing you in Cyprus in September.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a nice. Thank you. Bye.